I think you already know me already. I think I just praised this show enough. It's arguably one of the best animated shows out there. And I don't care what nobody says. People have their Owl House, whatever. People got their that other show, Infinia, whatever. I got my Jurassic World Camp. This is arguably one of the best animated shows to date. Now we're just going with children's shows, okay? Animated children's programming. If you want to talk about best animated show, for all the range for American wise, that probably have to go. It's a competition between Castlevania and it's Invincible, and then this one's in a conversation. Then the Owl House too, but we're just talking about this one for best children animated show. Um, this is arguably it is the way the show was structured, the way the show comes off is better. I love the characters, like I said, Darius, Kenji, Brooklyn, and the rest of the cast, Ben, Sammy, they all come off genuinely good, well written characters. Um, so, with that being said, people ask me all the time, like, review Our House. I'm like, no, review this. I'm like, no, because I'm giving you guys good shows to look at, but y'all keep talking about these Owl Houses. I'm like, it's okay, show. They are still limited to boundaries on the television landscape. That's why I keep telling people, if Our House moved to Disney Plus, maybe those restrictions will go. Oh, it's getting dark. I said, well, are y'all not watching Jurassic World Camp over here? It's been getting dark for 2 seasons. I'm looking, trying to expand this show to everybody so they can watch. And y'all know me. I am a anime enthusiast. I love good animated content. But when Disney gives me the same shit, and Disney always been giving me the same shit. I'm not saying the shit is bad, but it gets to the point when you have so many female leads. What about the male leads? So, with that being said, that is the biggest thing that I try to tell people is try to support these shows on these streaming sites. Not because, oh, it's the future. It's because they have no restrictions. When you have a show like Kid Cosmic, it can't air on television because they're restricted. That's why I'm telling you guys, go watch shows like this. Support shows like this. Enough with the Owl Houses. Enough with these other ones because I'm not going to support that show, not because it's a bad show, it's because it's still in that television mindset. I promise you, that show moves to like a Disney Plus or something like that, you'll start seeing some difference in the direction of the show. It's going to get darker, more ratings, going to get more compelling. People are like, oh, it's getting dark now. I'm like, Jurassic World's been doing that. What about Voltron? What about all these? Like, I'm giving you, I review other stuff on a streaming site, not because it's the future, it's because they are not restricted. Okay, like I keep telling people, I have one of my buddies who was in the industry, and that person had to leave the television industry and now working on in the streaming industry, and he and she is more happy, it's better for him, and it's just perfect. And shows like Jurassic World, Voltron, Castlevania, Invincible. Um, you think Invincible with that train scene could have made it to television? Hell no. Even if it was adult, it still could have made it on FX. They're not restricted. But this is the best show right here. No Our House, no Infinia. This show here. You can support it. Great. But I'm supporting these here because I hate how people want to say the Owl House is breaking walls and doing this, but I only see few YouTubers are supporting it. The bigger ones they ain't gonna support it because they gonna stick to that fan base of the Owl Houses and the Affinia, which is fine. You stick to those fan bases, but I'm gonna stick to what I know with good content. I'm not saying Owl House is not good content, but it's restricted content that can't get so far in the industry. If you're on a streaming industry, you can get a little bit further than what you can in the television industry. But it's just what it is. And I keep telling people support something like this because we could get more stuff like this. This is arguably one of my favorite things that Jurassic Park has done, or Jurassic World, whatever you want to call it, have done in years since the original movies. Not saying the world's movies haven't been good. I just think they've been okay and mediocre at best. But I take this over anything Star Wars has done. Animated wise, it's competition, but I still take this over Rebels. Yes, I like this more than Rebels. The last season of Clone Wars, yeah, because I already knew where it was going. The Bad Batch, I'm just because I'm invested in these characters. These characters are hands down what keeps me watching this show. And this is not a front. This is the facts, and this is the truth. When you have well written characters, I will support it. The Owl House have some good characters, but they're pushing an agenda that I'm like, okay. They're like, well, she could be the first lesbian character. I don't care about that. What's the story? Where are we going here? If that's what you're pushing, I'm not interested. This show ain't pushing that. And if it is pushing that, it's not pushing it to later seasons because they're trying to figure out how to get the fuck off this island with killer dinosaurs. That is their story. That is their goal. And I'm loving it. Now it's season 3 and 4. You can do the love triangles. You can do the. I'm happy with that now because you've done focus on getting the fuck off the island. So you have to do something else. But if your main goal is to throw me LGBT, the alphabet community crap, I don't need to hear about that until you figure out how the fuck to get out that our house, that world you're living in, and then move on. And I think Ophidia, it does a good job with that. It doesn't really do that because I've seen a couple episodes of that. They don't focus too much on that. Our house definitely has, but not that one. And I actually like how they're doing with Ophidia more so than anything else. So I'm down for it. But as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. It's not me rambling and not me ranting. I'm just giving you guys the facts, what I see in shows and what I'm looking for. So, have a Johnson day.